up, y'all? Welcome to Talk Story to Me Studios. I am your host, Griot Josh. Today's entry in the What If the series is a little bit different than our last one. And honestly, today's episode showed me the full capacity of what this show can be. So today has to do with Disneyland cast members. We'll get into it. So I hope you enjoy it. Today's is a pure audio play. So put on those comfy headphones. Go ahead and put on those comfy earphones and enjoy. What If the series Disney?
There were a lot of crazy reveals that came out over the last couple days. Some mind-blowing, others significantly less so, but crazy nonetheless. Television and cinema have been pushed into truly unprecedented times, both in terms of the capacity of what can be made and the godlike quality it can be made in. Even down to opportunities for black and brown people of all kinds getting chances that would have been unheard of even just 5 years ago. It's crazy. But just imagine. Imagine being one of those 32,000 Disneyland cast members laid off without support or benefits due to budget cuts. Only for Disney to turn around and announce billions of dollars worth of content they'll be cranking out over the next few years. And over half of them, effectively, reboot calls on top of that. It's not that they couldn't help the cast members, they just didn't want to. I've had people trying to convince me a lot lately of the impersonal nature of life, to convince me that the second agreement is actually true. Nothing is personal. Well, I bet these cast members are taking it pretty personally. Because it's not that Disney couldn't. They didn't care to. They chose not to. Now, cancel culture isn't for me. This isn't a push for canceling or boycotting or getting rid of your Disney Plus service or even pretending that you're not excited for any of the marvelous, truly incredible things that are coming down the pipeline. This isn't a push for any of that. This is merely me asking us to look at all of it. To remember the people trampled for the soul of the machine. And imagine, just imagine, Disney fired you and 31,999 other people in the middle of a global pandemic, stripped you of pay and benefits, and revoked their free college program so they could make a TV show. Now look, I'm not here to demonize anybody. I understand. Some stuff is required for business. Sometimes hard decisions must be made. But there is a thin line between business requirements and just being mean-spirited. Nobody's saying that the people working on all these new productions shouldn't have jobs. But what is being strongly suggested is that their job shouldn't have come at the expense of other jobs. For example, each Disney exec could donate $1 million to a Disneyland cast fund and never feel it fiscally in their pockets. They would have done right by their employees, and all the fans would still get their beloved content. Do we need a Moana show? Tiana? 5 new Star Wars shows? By choosing not to make even just one of these, they could have provided more than enough to take care of their people, and nobody would have suffered. And to pull their free college program on top of all the other things that just happened, that's just mean. So I'm glad for all of the opportunities provided to all the people who are part of the shows and the movies and everything that's coming out. I truly am glad that they have jobs, they get to do what they love, they get to make this incredible, mind-blowing, world-changing, soul-shaping content and get paid for it. That is truly amazing that they get to live this dream life. In spite of that, though, I can't pretend I don't see the people trampled for the soul of the machine, like I said. Disney cast members are as much a part of the Disney experience as any show or movie made, which is why my key encouragement is to imagine. Not cancel, not boycott, not pretend to not be excited about any of the incredible things coming down the pipeline. Just imagine. You see, imagination is the only bridge we have between worlds that don't mix and weren't designed to mix. Without imagination, the kings sit in their castles, while the privileged lounge at their tables, and the disenfranchised are chided and given the, "Hey, that's tough, pal," shrugs as they try not to choke on the toxic runoff of self-absorption pouring over their heads. Imagination is the only way in. If you imagine it, you can feel it. If you feel it, you can empathize. If you can empathize, you start to see people again, and if you see people, you're more likely to make humane choices and demand the same of the kings in their privileged court. But it begins with imagination. Just imagine, friends. That's all I'm asking. Imagine what their lives must be like. No job, no benefits, so no health insurance, no college, and the company who says they can't afford to keep you is spending billions in entertainment. Billions! You don't have to like my phrasing of certain things. And I am completely okay with that because this is not about me. It's about them. Imagine being them in this moment. That's all. Just imagine.